Welcome back, everyone, to the next installment of Valkyria Chronicles. We are on Chapter 1 in defense of Bruhl, and the subsection, Home.
Seeing that old mill spinning again really makes it feel like home sweet home.
I hear that. It really is one of the most beautiful things about this town. Well, citizens, our enemy can't be far behind. I thank you for your help. Goodbye, and take care.
How's the packing coming along, Ys?
Almost done. I only need to take the everyday basics.
Well, the Empire's got to be close by. Let's hit the road by sundown.
Martha, look! Welks is here!
Oh, welcome back, Welkies.
You're still calling me that? Martha, I'm 22 years old. And more important, you shouldn't be running around. Aren't you due any day now?
Ah, a light jog won't hurt the little spud. I should know. I've already had 4 of them.
Hello there. Is Welkin in?
Damn, she wasted no time.
Oh, hello, Alicia. What brings you here?
I just wanted to apologize. For before. Here. This is for you.
Really? These are for me?
I work at the bakery. Well, I did until the war started anyway. It's where I live, too. That's preserved bread, so it's pretty hard. Heat it up before you eat it, all right? I baked it myself, so the flavor's guaranteed. Best you ever had.
Thanks. Do you want to come in?
Arrested and shot at? You've had a busy day of it, haven't you, Welkies?
A little cavalier here. There were 3 guys trying to kill me.
And what a lovely lady you are for all that adventuring. Good job, Welkies.
What? Wait, no, it's not like that. Alicia just saved my skin, that's all.
He's right, we just met. I'm not his girlfriend, just his hero.
Nice.
Although I'm really hoping to be his friend.
Oh, well, I'm sure you will. Be good to my Welkies here, won't you?
Okay, seriously, Martha, enough with the Welkies already.
That's a lovely portrait. Is that General Gunther?
Yep. It was taken before I was born. That's Dad.
That's Dad? You're a lucky guy. And who's that with him, there? My father, Tamer. He was an engineer. The General's tank was his creation.
That's awesome.
Wait a minute. But I thought the General was your dad. My birth parents died when I was a baby. The General was kind enough to take me in as his own after that.
Yeah. We're not related by blood, but she's definitely my little sister.
Sorry, was that question too personal? No, I don't mind at all. I was blessed with 2 wonderful fathers. Yeah, I guess you were, huh?
And both at the top of their game, too.
Oh, is that really the time? I've got to get going. Why don't you see her off, Welks? I can take care of the rest of this on my own.
All right, I will. I'll be right back.
See you later, Isara. Safe travels.
Alright, a new episode. The Windmill Tower.
Wow, look at this. Bruhl's really becoming a ghost town.
They've been leaving for a while. Just about everyone is evacuated by now. You can't blame them. Tensions are rising with the Empire. We'll survive. The Town Watch will guard and protect the home front. Everyone will come back someday. They'll come back when it's safe again, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, Welkin, I'm curious. Are you gonna join the army like your father?
I don't think that's for me. What I'd really like to do is be a teacher.
Huh. A teacher?
Yeah. Animals and insects, flowers and plants, they've always been my passion. I've learned a lot from nature. You see, my dad, he protected this country as a general, but it's just that I want to give back in my own way. My own way. You know what I mean?
I think I do. You're sure about it?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's deep in your own way. Ah! What was that?
That sound. I don't believe it. The mill.
Miss Melchior, the Imperials are attacking. There's a squad of them in town right now.
Get all the Town Watch together, now! We've got to fend them off!
They must be at Mill Plaza. I'll help.
Thanks, Welkin. Now move out! Stay low!
Alright, guess what it's coming to next? I'm gonna say before going into this one. In defense of Bruhl. This one's just called Defense of Bruhl.
I'll explain the mission.
The enemy's invaded the Windmill Plaza and has taken almost the entire area over. We'll deploy from this position. Hide behind sandbags for cover as you advance toward the plaza. Our goal this time is to eliminate the enemy leader. I'm pretty sure they'll be there in the plaza area. Be careful, there may be enemy units hiding behind the buildings out there. Hidden enemies won't show up in the command mode view, so be careful as you make your advance. Beat the enemy leader, or the usual, main characters die or 20 turns pass.
Okay, let's begin. It's up to us to defend Bruhl.
My turn.
Our target is the Imperials in Mill Plaza. Focus on taking down their captain. Breaking the chain of command should at least buy some time for the townspeople to get away.
All right, I got it. Let's all be careful out there.
Got a second? Listen close and I'll explain.
Well, you know, here we go, as we're being attacked. About damage. A set amount of the damage a unit has sustained is healed in each turn. If a unit has taken heavy damage, don't push them, stay back and heal up. Should enemy attacks drive a unit's HP to 0, their condition becomes critical. This is what I was saying last time. In this battle, you have no way of helping a unit in critical condition. Try to fight carefully so no one's HP reaches 0. Alright, we have Welkin, Town Watchman, and Alicia. Also, I can do the unit list, so there's that too. I'm gonna choose Alicia and do the silly strategy that I addressed in the previous installment.
My turn, okay?
Just go. About sightlines. When a unit sights an enemy in action mode, a sightline will appear over his or her head. That line connects the unit to the enemy, meaning that line points in the direction of the enemy's location. I addressed this in the previous installment. Use it as a guide when attacking, or when trying to position your units in a spot where they'll be safe from enemy attacks. Anyway, goodbye. Also, I actually can change my weapon. I have a grenade, and I have a ragnade. This is a healing item.
Enemy unit spotted.
About attacking enemies. Pressing the L1 or R1 buttons while in target mode will automatically lock on to the next enemy within firing range. The crosshairs will turn red when a unit aiming at an enemy has a clear line of sight on their target. Use the guideline that extends from the gun when firing near obstacles to see if they are blocking the shot. If that line is interrupted, it means the unit's attacks will be blocked. When the crosshairs are on an enemy, the attacking unit's weapon specifications appear at the top of the screen. Versus person shows damage against human targets, versus armor shows damage against tanks and armor. The symbol will indicate the effectiveness against different types of targets. Circle will indicate the weapon is effective against that type of target. Triangle, slight damage. X, ineffective. Area shows whether the attack will damage a broad area, and shots shows the number of rounds fired per each attack. To kill is the number of shots that need to connect in order to defeat the target. In this case, of the 5 rounds fired, 2 must hit to defeat this enemy unit. This number only takes shots that hit the center of the crosshairs into account. Misses or hits to other areas of the target are not taken into account to this number. This provides an estimate you can use when selecting a target and can be used to line up headshots and critical attacks. This might do it.
Now!
Get wrecked. And you can tell he's a captain because he's red. And the little thing breaking, that actually reduces the number of turns the enemy can take. So it pays to know your unit's loadout.
What's that?
Sounds like a tank.
That battery on the back is a weak point. Enemy phase. The tank takes up 2 turns, you may notice, and I'm automatically firing. Not that it does literally any damage. You have to hit it in the battery. But the AI doesn't know that necessarily. It looks like I nicked it. Oh, the tank's going twice. But we're scratching it, but, I mean, come on, come on, come on. One thing that's also a little irritating, by the way, is that the tank could be used as a shield
Welkin, tank!
for other infantry.
That's not good. We're not equipped to take out a tank.
I hate to say it, but we should probably pull out for now. Get off this road and into the alley to the east. It's too narrow for a tank to follow. And try to stay behind cover while moving. One blast from that turret and it's over.
Now Welkin has to go. Neither of us is allowed to die. Surprise. Let's go with Welkin and hope for the best. Ready? Did that not do it?
Ready to go.
One more foot. Operation complete.
Looks like we shook him. What are you doing from here?
If they're rolling in the tanks, there's not much the Town Watch can do. We'll try to buy time so everyone can get away. I'll dig in my heels at the main gate and do what I can to stall them.
Okay, I'll head back to my house and grab Isara and Martha, then come back.
Be careful out there, Welkin.
A rank, 2 turns. It doesn't matter how many individual command point actions you take, it's just the overall number of turns. But hooray! That was the minimum possible amount of time we could have done that. 1 turn to take out the captain, 1 turn to leave.
Chapter 2. Escape from Bruhl.
There you go. That was chapter 1. We did it. I'll go ahead and save again because of our incredibly successful mission. I still can't do anything with any of the other pages in this book because we haven't gotten to the real game yet. But let's take a look at this episode. Escape from Bruhl, rescue. There are only 4 squares in this entire chapter, so let's take a look. Because if we go back to the previous chapter, we have defense of Bruhl, but then wrapping it up. That was the scene in the battle. So let's move on. Rescue.
Isara, Martha, please be okay.
Martha!
What's her problem? She pregnant or just fat?
Who cares? Not gonna make any difference when she's dead.
Stop this now!
See what she's wearing? Take a good look at that shawl. She's a Darkson.
Then that explains it. I thought this place stunk. Now I know it does.
Is that Steve Bloom?
We got ourselves a fat one and a stinky one. P.U. It's a regular pig farm in here.
I will thank you to watch your tongue in this house. You have to leave, now.
That's a big gun for such a little girl. Drop it.
Isara!
Huh? Hold it right there! Die! Darkson pig!
Isara, are you okay?
I'm okay thanks to you. But Martha, I think she's...
Martha!
This isn't good. She's gone into labor. Moving her would be dangerous.
Right. Well, we can't just leave her here. What are we gonna do? There are a lot of Imperials out there, Ys. It's only a matter of time before they take over the Mill Plaza.
Welks, listen. The barn out back.
What about it?
Our fathers have left us something. Something that might get us out of this mess.
Alright, we're moving on. And now we're already starting to see the very thinly veiled allegory to racism, which might even not really be an allegory, come to think of it. I guess I should say allegory to real-world racism? But then we have Escape from Bruhl, the Legacy of Our Fathers. That looks like a cutscene, so I don't think it's the actual level, but I'm saving anyway, just for safety. And actually, just to see if it makes a bit of difference, I'm gonna lower the background music some more. We'll see if that does anything for us. Alright, the Legacy of Our Fathers. That was a quick reveal.
Dad's tank. Whoa. I can't believe it's still here.
And it's one of a kind. Here it is, the Edelweiss. Tamer built it especially for General Gunther.
Yeah, and it worked great, too. So it's just been parked here in the barn?
I wanted to make sure it would still operate, you know, in case of emergencies. I enrolled in a maintenance class given by the military. I wanted to be able to do what my father could do.
Well, that's great. But that's only a class, Isara.
It really didn't need much, hardly any alterations at all. I just fitted it with a new turbine engine. It really improves on the power-to-weight ratio. The Edelweiss is field-worthy. Its firepower and mobility are more than a match for recent models.
Well, assuming it does work. What's next?
All right. Welks, you took the armored vehicle course, didn't you?
Yeah. Back in high school. Once.
We'll bring Martha here. She'll be safe inside the tank, and we can move to a better location. Just leave the driving to me, okay? All you have to do is give the orders.
This is the ultimate surprise. Who's going to expect that some rural barn just has a tank?
Isara, we ready to roll?
Engaging engine. The Edelweiss is ready for deployment.
Alicia could still be out there dodging bullets, buying time for people to evacuate. Here's the plan. We're gonna pick up Alicia and get out of town. All right, Edelweiss, move out!
Alright. Retreat from Bruhl. I think this is the actual level, so let's save one more time.
Here's the brief for this operation.
The enemy is a squad centered around a single tank, currently advancing from the plaza onto the main road. Speaking of which, a tank can certainly take out another tank, but you just have to be damn sure you can maneuver behind it. It won't move while you're moving, but similarly, you will not move while it's moving. Aim carefully. We need to defend the gate on that road. If the enemy breaches it, the evacuating townspeople will be in danger. They'll probably head for the gate and try to destroy it. The tank will be with them. Our goal here is to take out that tank while keeping the gate standing. Without the help of your tank, it's next to impossible for us to destroy their tank, as we have seen. Until we can rendezvous, the Bruhl Town Watch will do everything we can to keep that gate in one piece. The Town Watch will need to hold off the enemy forces until you arrive with the tank. We'll need to use the sandbags around the starting point and gate for cover to hold back the Empire's attacks. Speaking of taking enemies out, you might have noticed that in the end of level rank screen, I believe you get a little bit of money per kill, but for A ranks, unless the goal is to kill everyone, it's best to avoid. That's okay. We will eventually unlock levels that are used specifically for grinding, because you cannot play old story levels over, unless you do a New Game Plus, so there will be grinding levels later. We lose if our characters die, but now a new thing in red. Bruhl's main gate is destroyed.
Alright, let's begin. We've got to stop them here.
Player phase.
If this gate falls, there's going to be even more casualties among the townspeople. The Town Watch will defend this gate so as many people as possible can get away. Got a second? Listen close and I'll explain.
Sandbags and hand grenades. Well, by moving behind sandbags and selecting crouch, a unit's defenses are maximized and extra damage for headshots is negated. When focusing on defense or ending one's turn, it's always best to hide this way. Contrarily, this means that enemies hiding behind cover are well protected and more difficult to defeat as well. This is why the hand grenade is used. Its explosive power can destroy sandbags. Again, as we have seen. Press the square button, the weapon toggle, to cycle among your options to hand grenades. The game is clearly telling us this now, but wink, we had that option the whole time. In this battle, Alicia possesses some. Grenades are limited in number, so use them wisely. Each player phase, units will recover 1 hand grenade. Alright, we'll go with the Watchman. Let's make our way across here. Careful aiming. Excellent, excellent. That's good enough. I don't want to get shot. Now I'm going to go right back in. There we go, cut off their own fire, right? Excellent, excellent. That's enough. Now, I will select Alicia.
Moving out.
She has much more AP, so she can get here easily in 1 turn, and we're going to use that famed grenade of hers. Actually, you know what? Can I just back out? Yeah. Let's try that on for size. Freaking excellent. And now before they get to fire at me, we'll end the action. And even though I have another turn left, we're going to end the phase. Enemy turn. We're not doing anything. Can I? Nah. This guy doesn't have a chance. Hear me, baby, hold together. Oh, they're sending a soldier out. Nice, get wrecked. They did not lose a command turn thing, though. It's captains only, I think. Ugh, mediocre. Maybe the Watchman? Nah, he crouched. No crit, but that did a lot of damage. Ugh, I mean, what did you expect? What did you expect? Oh, please. Maybe. 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 Yeah! Take that, enemy turn. Yeah, they're done. About Ragnade. A small amount of damage is healed at the start of each player phase. Sometimes a unit that has suffered heavy damage needs help to arrive faster. They need Ragnade. That is another thing that Alicia has. Yet another product of Ragnade ore, Ragnade combines healing and antibiotic properties into a single medical package. Select it with the square button, then R1 and select a target. Place the crosshairs on a nearby ally to heal them, or place them on no one to use it on yourself. Works for me. Yeah, I did heal a degree. So now we have the one soldier here who just never moved, I guess. We have the tank, which I'm afraid of. We have this guy who's successfully hidden behind cover. I'm going to save. For safety, I'll do a separate file. I mean, if I lose, I can always restart the mission, but... Alright, now in a shocking twist, I'm going to end the phase outright. I don't like this.
No! If this keeps up...
Well, it's not the tank. Oh, this is not a good Watchman. Come on. At least try to aim. And this guy's got a grenade. That didn't really do anything, to be fair, but, Oh, now he's just going after the Watchman? This sucks. You know what? Those were good shots. Gotta hand it to him. Well, 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 kin. Oh, man. Yeah, but the problem is I have to get over there. The tank's way over there, as you can see. Alright, let's save again, just so I don't have to sit through the enemy taking its turn, because that can get tedious. Let's be real here.
Entering combat.
Here we go.
The tank should be able to breach that wall. It may provide us with a shortcut, Lux.
All right, let's give it a shot. Hang in there, Alicia.
About tanks. Tanks possess firepower and endurance far beyond that of foot soldiers. They are able to deflect nearly all gunfire from enemy foot soldiers. This makes them a solid wall for your own ground units to hide behind. Unlike ground units, however, tanks do not recover a portion of their lost HP each turn. Tanks also consume 2 CP when selected in command mode. Relying too heavily on tanks in battle will quickly lead to a fatal shortage of CP. Additionally, tanks require AP to turn, so take care to plan ahead which direction you like to face at the turn's end. Yeah, that's important. Shortcut time.
Tank! It's a galleon tank!
Alicia, I'm sorry we're late.
Welkin, you have a tank?
We can talk later. Right now, we need to stop those soldiers.
Enemy tank sighted, Welks. Switching to anti-tank combat. Armor-piercing shells loaded.
All right, let's go take it down.
About attacking with a tank. Tanks have 3 major means of attack. Anti-armor shells, explosive mortar rounds, mounted machine gun. Anti-armor shells are effective against enemies covered in hard armor, such as tanks. Explosive mortars will hit a broad area with a Ragnite blast, ideal against ground units. Mortars travel along an arc, aim for the center of multiple foes for major results, but be aware that ammunition is limited. The machine gun is best suited to striking enemies that are too close for the mortar, and is used to intercept incoming enemies. Press square to switch weapons. Yeah, about that, actually, sir.
Fire!
I think I hit Alicia. I apologize. That was embarrassing. I guess I positioned her too close to that guy. I can't move anymore, so we're ending the action. I hope I didn't screw this up. We'll find out.
My turn, okay? Enemy sighted!
Ooh. Singular, the wall. It's a secret enemy. Get wrecked, buddy. I'm gonna get swag points for that. See, he's not even a captain. That's just a secret guy. Whew, I'm glad she lived. I feel like such a jackass. I shot her with a mortar from my tank. Speaking of the tank.
Entering combat.
And as an added bonus, Alicia moved out of my way. That's that. Now I'm gonna save here because we'll see. And you may have noticed, by the way, that when I went back into the tank, I didn't have as much movement as at the beginning of the turn, so I gotta choose this stuff carefully. So, we'll do this. We'll switch to... No, I'm on the anti-armor. I can't move very far, but look at what's over here. Well, what do you know? That, my friend, is the anti-tank battery. Now that's a hit. About tanks' HP. Tanks have two separate HP totals, body HP and tread HP. Attacks to the tank's body and main cannon will reduce the BHP, while blows to the treads reduce THP. If BHP reaches 0, the tank's destroyed. THP, then its movement, its AP, is drastically cut. It's easier to deal damage to the treads than to the body, even with grenades. Halting a tank before taking it out at your leisure may be a strategy that's both safe and sensible. The glowing blue radiator plate at the tank's rear is its weak point, where even standard bullets can do reasonable damage. Try to get behind enemy tanks for a chance to take them down while being careful not to expose your own rear to hostile fire. I think that's it. I'll just take the next turn, right? So let's end the current action. Let us immediately start an action. Let us aim. And fire. Got him. We saved our wall. Operation complete.
Yes! We stopped it! Nice work, Ace.
Woohoo! Now you're my hero, Welkin.
The Imperials are running off for now. Looks like we bought some time at least.
Welks! It's a boy! Martha had a boy!
She gave birth in Dad's tank?
Yes, and without complications. They're both perfectly healthy.
Good. That's fantastic. Now let's stay sharp as we head out of town.
You see enemy leader bonus, enemy ace bonus. I got that one secret enemy, and then light unit, whatever. So there's all sorts of lucrative opportunities. A rank, and we seized the special gun from the enemy. Now that doesn't mean that my units just get that gun. I think that's literally one gun that I can equip to one person. Let's wrap up this chapter with home at our backs.
Two hours after the first shots were fired, Bruhl was under Imperial control. Though a mere skirmish by Empire standards, the raid on Bruhl would mark Welkin Gunther's first taste of battle and begin his rise to a Gallian hero.
Alicia.
I thought I would be ready for this. I knew war meant this might happen. It hurts. Seeing my town overrun like this, seeing all those people killed, it's just not right. How could all this happen? It isn't human, Welkin.
We look at those birds and see how wild and free they are. But they all have their own territories. If anything threatens their home, they'll risk their lives to defend it. People are animals too. We do what we have to, when we have to. Animals are in a constant struggle to stay alive, but I've also seen them help each other, almost like they were cooperating in order to survive.
Cooperating?
That's why I'm so into studying natural science. That coexistence. I want to know how it works. If we could figure that out, mankind could put it to use for our own survival. That's why I want to be a teacher, so that I can pass that knowledge on to the children. I mean, even if we can't completely eliminate war, at least we might learn to live together as one people.
You think so?
Welks, look. Martha fell asleep, so that makes me the babysitter. See, Alicia?
Oh, He's adorable.
Just like you said, even in war, new life happens all around us. Come here. Look, that's your hometown.
Someday, we'll come back home again.
Yes. Someday soon. I know it.
Chapter 3, Vassal Urban Warfare.
And there we go. Despite the name of the next chapter, Urban Warfare, so the destruction will continue, we still ended Chapter 2 on an optimistic note. So with that, it is time to stop the installment. Well, we certainly made a lot of progress today, didn't we? We completed Chapters 1 and 2, so not only have we done what we could to defend our hometown, but we also have found that we have and can control a tank. We even took out an enemy tank. It looks like we're starting to, well, I don't know about make waves. Our town got taken over and or destroyed, so there's really not much we can do at this point even with a tank, but we've certainly stood on our own 2 feet and have been able to stand up in our own way to the opposing army. We'll see how this contributes to Welkin becoming a Gallian hero. Until next time, everyone.